What's up, guys? This week's podcast is sponsored by Prova Products by MD Pro. Prova ceramic and stone installation products were designed with the installer in mind. Get a new perspective on tile accessories with simplified installation processes and this quality, cost-effective alternative. Guys, I can't say this enough. I use Prova every single day with my company. It's an amazing product. Check them out. What's up, guys? We're going to get into two things today. Again, as always, first, we're going to talk about, can you be an artist and a business person at the same time? I'm going to answer that question up shortly. And two, we're going to discuss masks. Do or don't. Do I wear a mask? Don't I wear a mask? And the science behind it shortly. It's your boy Clint, and this is the Tile Freak Podcast.
Let's get started.
What's up, guys? So today I want to discuss a little bit about being a business person and or an artist. Can you be both? And the answer is absolutely fucking not. Not at the same time anyway. Trust me, I tried this for the past 20 years and it just doesn't work. It's a surefire way to fail. I spent most of my adult life making decisions based on emotions, and that's what artists do. We make decisions based on our emotions. The beginning of the job is a high. You get a big deposit. You're happy. You're pumped. You're ready to go. You got all these ideas. You've discussed things with the client. They're in love with you. You're in love with them. Then you get into the project and you go down into this low. You run into a problem you can't solve, or there's an issue, or maybe they're unhappy, or whatever the case is. You're run by these feelings that go up and down. This is a cyclical environment that is not good for business. So the bottom line is, can you succeed as an artist in a business? Well, you can succeed, yes. You just can't be both at the same time. Why? Because each transaction is an exchange of something, whether it's money or value or however you want to label it. When you come in as a business, the client and the customer expect something in return. The minute your emotions depict what you do is the minute that your business is now failing on the back end or the front end or whatever end you want to get into. So, Clint, I'm an artist. I have passion behind my business. And you're telling me that I can't continue this way? You're telling me I'm not delivering the proper service to my clients? Yes and no. You need to define your role. Define your role as the artist. And if you really want to build a business, if you really want to do this, then you need to understand that the time you have to put in as a desk jockey, as a white collar guy, as a pencil pusher, as we all fucking put it, you have to put that time in order to be the artisan that you want to be in the future. If you want to start a business, if you want to continue running a business, you gotta buck up, suck it up, sit in the office, and really work on the development of your business and hire the proper people to do the right things. Well, then you say, Clint, I can't find any artists. Well, you have to develop a training program. You have to develop this stuff. So it all leads back to the same fucking point. If you want to start a business, then actually be a business person. Start a business, develop your system, and then when you're done putting your system together, then you can go do what you want to do and you can be an artist. You can work within your own company as a tile setter while everything else gets done. Everything else is happening and functioning. When someone calls the business, there's someone answering. When there's an estimate to be done, someone schedules someone else to go out there and do the estimate. When an invoice needs to be filed, it's filed properly. This takes years to develop. So for the rest of you that don't want to do this, no problem. Get a job. Go to work for a company that has the same goals that you do, that wants to achieve perfection, that wants to achieve an excellent reputation, that's already set up on the back end. And as you support their goals, they'll support yours. You'll be paid properly. You'll be valued as an employee. And then you can stop your day at 5 o'clock. You don't have to work Saturdays and Sundays, and you make decent money and learn to live with the money that you have. And that, my friends, is your two options. All right, guys. So we're going to get into the second subject. It's going to be the masks. Boy, this is a global, like, rarely do we have the opportunity to discuss things that the entire globe has insight on or has experienced. So I do think COVID-19, Corona, Modelo, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is... I appreciate that aspect of this, is kind of, we're kind of all in this together. Even though we may disagree or agree on certain things, I think we all need to take into perspective each other. And that's what brings me to the next subject of masks. First of all, don't fucking litter, okay? Please stop leaving masks on the sidewalk, in the gutters and all this shit. It's just rude and obnoxious. So if you're going to wear a mask, dispose of it properly, please, first of all. Second of all, I've seen several videos now. One in particular, I saw a lady at Walmart, or a guy at Walmart, refusing to wear a mask. Someone dumped a huge tub of water on the guy, and people were surrounding him, circling him. Reminded me a lot of my junior high days of getting fucking jumped and shit. So that I find is extremely unacceptable. And the overall angst and anger between people seems to be getting worse and worse. And I just want to remind everyone that we need to be respectful of each other. I have asthma. It's not a severe asthma. I carry a puffer around from time to time. And so when I wear a mask for a couple hours, at least, I start to get severe nasty headaches. This is a discomfort. So in order to appease the public, regardless of how I feel about the whole thing or whether I think it's right or wrong, doesn't matter. In the end of the day, I try to be as respectful as I can of other people's opinions. So that leads me from time to time to wear the mask, especially because I want to avoid a disastrous confrontation at a gas station or at a restaurant. I did have an issue at a restaurant where a guy was literally screaming at me because I wouldn't wear the mask. I found it obnoxious because, first of all, I was outside while he was telling me this. Second of all, I specifically chose outdoor seating when he chose to make a mockery of the situation and very loud in public. I pulled him aside privately and I told him, look, I have asthma. I've been wearing the mask during the day a few times and I got a nasty headache. If I put this thing on, it's just going to ruin the rest of my night. And he said I had to put it on from the outside hostess stand to the outside table to sit down, which I understand if that's your policy, but there's also in every COVID bylaw that I read from Toronto to California. Yes, I read California, my hometown of Monterey's bylaw. It also says that if someone says they can't wear a mask, that you have to respect that. And I think that's important. We haven't lost our right yet to respect each other. And when you read, the government still follows, no matter what you see out there on TV and Instagram and all the other platforms, the government still maintains the position that we need to respect each other and that we need to honor each other's health and opinion and all of these things combined. So please understand, if you haven't read the bylaws of your local area, read them deeply. And if you don't agree with someone not wearing a mask, or you don't agree with someone wearing a mask, it is not your fucking place as a citizen to call them out and embarrass them, or to demean them or make them feel small in any way. You always have the right to leave a situation before you have a right to scream at someone or to make them feel bad about themselves. So keep that in mind when you go out there in public. Everybody stay safe, happy. This has been the Tile Free Podcast. Now, you know what time it is. Get the fuck back to work.